There are like long, deeply invested parishioners who have given, years of their talent and their funds to make this place thrive. And I know that they don't come on Sunday because it's difficult for them to get into the building. So it's like, it's easier for me to just stay at home, and love Trinity from afar. And I want those people to be able to love Trinity in the space that they have built, that they have committed their life and their resources to creating this space. And it's their home, and they can't be there with us. And that's so hard for me to hear that when people are like, oh, well, you won't see me in church very much because it's just so hard for me to get in the building, and it's just easier for me to be at home. All the kind of rigmarole of, getting in, getting situated, and I think if we could make it just a little bit easier for you to come home, to the place that you have built, that's worth doing to me. That back door it's just so tricky. There's no way, I've had this experience at funerals so many times, like somebody, often it's like a member of the family of the deceased, right? The person that you want, you want them to be right there, front and center, and they're waiting at that chapel door. They have no way of telling anybody, so you hear this like pounding at the door, and I think like, what kind of a message does that send? Here's this person who, is already a little bit impaired in some way or another, and they're pounding at this red door trying to get into the building, and you're exactly the person that we want to be right there, front and center. This is your event, and you can't get in. It's humiliating, it's embarrassing for everybody. It's just not a holy experience. We've got to get better at getting people in the building. We've just got to get better at it. It's not working the way we have it set up now. I think one of Trinity's challenges in this next instance is not only to do the kind of physical infrastructure changes that we need to make to get people in the building more easily. I think that will help us know how we can, in a really much more vibrant way, be a welcoming community to people who don't know our tradition, who don't know our culture, but who are drawn here for some reason or another. So for me, it's not just about building the ramp, which I think is really critical. It's what that says, I think, to your passerby along the sidewalk, right? Who maybe for 20 years has been seeing gates and a kind of private cloister. And all of a sudden there's a ramp right underneath that sign that says, you actually can come in here. This is a place for you. You're welcome here. We're doing events all the time. You don't have to believe what we believe. You don't have to worship the way we worship. Come and be in our space. This is a space for the city of Portland, not just for this parish community. And I think that ramp says that visually in a way that is really powerful and really important for Trinity. Because that's what we say, that we're an open and welcoming community, and we are. We're one of the most open and welcoming churches I know. But that's not physically, symbolically communicated at the street level. And the ramp gives us a means for communicating that visually in a way that I think is really powerful.